So today we'll be watching the Rakkhosh trailer featuring Siam Ahmed. It will be premiering in this Eid ul Fitr in just a few days, or maybe it is already in the. I think it is already in the cinema hall. I haven't seen it yet, obviously, and I have seen the glimpses of the trailer, but I haven't seen the full trailer yet. So let's see what the trailer holds for us. So watching the trailer cut in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
মানুষ বলে নারীকে সে আটকায়, নারী বলে মায়ায়, ভালোবাসায়। আমি বলি না, নারী আটকায়। Piove o love bat o bate. জুলিয়েট আমার পৃথিবীতে ভালোবাসা বলতে আমি তোরেই বুঝি, তোরে ভালোবাসা। আমি এমন একটা জায়গায় চলে গেছি, তোর হাসিতে আমি হাসতাম, তোর খুশিতে আমি খুশি হতাম, তোর কষ্টে আমি কামতাম। I wanted to sleep with you, motherfucker.
তুই যদি ওদের বাপ হস, তাই আমি খুব প্রিয় বাপ। Fucking grandfather. Excuse me. Pregnancy time আমাদের সেক্স করতে কোনো প্রবলেম নেই তো?
Well, that ended. I believe Animal came in 2023, right? If I'm not wrong. Animal came in 2023. It is 2026. And Bollywood tried to remake Animal in its own way multiple times. Ultimately turning out garbage shit. But the kind of budget that even Bollywood shit movies get is nowhere near the kind of budget that this movie has. I'm pretty sure the kind of grandiousness, the kind of experience that this director, the team of Rakkhosh is trying to give us is much more limited due to their budgets, due to their constrictions, due to their limitations, and in their mind, I believe seeing Animal, seeing KGF work, seeing Animal work, and obviously they have a story of their own, and they might took the inspirations from the movies that I named, but the kind of budget that they have, it is quite visible that they are not in the same league as movies like Animal and other movies like KGF or movies like that, where their budgets are humongous. Compared to that, this is a much smaller budget movie, and what they're trying to do is commendable. I'm going to say that whatever they're trying to do is commendable. I believe in a factor that if you are limited in certain arrangements, if you are limited in certain areas, you should try to do what you know better in that area rather than trying to do something that you wish to do. If you have a lot of constrictions, a lot of budget constrictions, a lot of resources constrictions and limitations in general, then you should do what you know best in those limitations. Not try to take a leap so high while within being that budget that it seems disproportionate. Like, for example, if you have a budget from Bangladesh point of view, let's say the budget is 1 crore, or let's say the budget is 2 crore or 5 crore. That's a very good budget for a Bangladesh movie. That's a very good budget for a commercial movie in here. But even with that kind of money, the kind of vision that this guy is trying to pull off is very difficult. To be very honest, it's very, very difficult. Because truth be told, this movie is style over substance. There is no sugarcoating that. This movie looks like it's going to be style over substance. And why Animal becomes such a talked about topic, such a talked about movie, not only because of the style, not only because of the action sequences. If you remember closely, Animal didn't have that much action sequences at all. It had the Ranveer's young age school sequence where he enters the school with a AK-47 or a mini shotgun or whatever the rifle was, and then chases the goons in the car, and then we see Ranveer going up and taking out his brother-in-law. That even wasn't a big action sequence. The big actual action sequence was the hallway sequence where he takes the axe, goes through people in the hallway and turns the hallway into a slaughterhouse with the big humongous machine gun, the original modified machine gun. That was the another one. And then if there is any other action sequence that we remember, is the final action sequence between him and Bobby Deol. That too was only two people fighting with each other. Apart from that, the whole 3-hour running time of the movie was drama between Ranveer and his father, Ranveer and his wife, Ranveer and his brothers, and this and that, blah 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 blah. So there was a lot of substance holding on all that long time, for holding on to us for all that long time. Apart from the action sequences, the action sequences were very, very short in terms of what we thought it would be. In here, however, I have no context about what Siam's motto is. I believe he is heartbroken. He has been dumped, or he has been cheated on by his wife or his girlfriend or something like that, because the very first thing that he mentions, or the very first dialogue of his, is about a woman, on how women are greedy, how he believes women are greedy and all of that, while showcasing his brutal nature as well. I'm saying inspiration, I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible. The inspiration is way too obvious. Trying to give a little edgy remark like Ranveer did in the ending, the sex during pregnancy dialogue, trying to be edgy just like Ranveer was with his hip, the dialogue about the hip of Rashmika, or the dialogue about the underwear, the edginess, trying to compete with the edginess there. I believe Animal came in 3 years ago. When Animal came in, it was fresh, it was new, it was doing something new that not any other filmmaker were trying to do. Seeing Animal, it worked so humongously that other directors saw the opportunity and tried to reverse engineer the whole storyline, reverse engineer the whole movie, and then make it on their own, make something of their own, taking inspirations from it or making a copy out of it, direct textbook copy out of it. Similarly, with Rakkhosh, I'm seeing the same vibe. The dialogue buzzy is there. It has a little more dialogue buzzy compared to what Animal had. There is brutal action sequences. The look, the character of Siam is very much inspired from that of Ranveer Kapoor from Animal. This is one thing that, from my point of view, I believe every kind of creator should do, no matter what kind of creator you are. Even if you are a dancer, even if you are a musician, even if you are a film creator, even if you are a reviewer, whatever kind of creator you are, don't follow a trend after its expiry date has gone. If you are a dancer, you will understand this. When a new music video drops, you will see a lot of dance videos on that music reel, because dancers know this. A music algorithm stays for only 3 to 4 days. If you extend it much, at maximum 7 days. In that period of time, if you have a music that is going viral, that is trending, you have to make your viral video on it. You have to make your dance video on it, or comedy video on it, because that is only the time period that the algorithm will push it. So if you want to make your video go viral, the dancers or the influencers that you see nowadays use that momentum that the algorithm is pushing this music right now. So they make it instantly. They don't leave it for later, because they know that in 4 to 5 days, maximum 7 days, the trend is going to disappear, another song is going to come. This is going to become irrelevant. Similarly, if you try to make see a movie like Animal, you try to recreate that movie, reverse engineer it. In case of movies, the time limit is maximum, let's say 2 years. After the release of Animal, within the 2 years, we saw a lot of versions of Animal. A lot of different versions of animals. Even last year we saw Bhagi 4. That was somewhat similar to, that had somewhat trope similar to that of Animal. So the period of the algorithm push of a movie like Animal has surpassed its time limit as well. It has gone to its expiry date, it has expired. So a movie like this coming 3 years after that Animal has dropped, I don't know about other people, but for my taste buds, I believe I have got a little too much taste of movies like that recently. So I'm going to skip it. I believe it is going to be style over substance. For me, if you want to do something that you are new at, you don't know about it, you have no experience about it, but it requires a lot of budget, it requires a lot of resources, but you don't have it as well, try to restrain from it and do things that you are good at. You are good at, and you don't need that big of a budget either. What I'm trying to say is, do what you are good at and try to make it in a smaller budget, because if you're good at something, you will know how to cut your budgets, cut your limitations, and do your thing while being within your limitation. When you are trying to do something so out of the ordinary, go in a field that you have not worked in before, and try to pull off a trick that you haven't done before, while within being so many limitations and so many restrictions, you are going to fumble. So that was my feeling about Rakkhosh. I am commending them for what they are trying to do, what new kind of approach they are giving to the action genre. But what I believe is, people are getting used to this kind of movies a little too much right now. So for me, as I said, I have seen a little too much of this kind of movies in recent years, so I will skip it. So I suppose this movie is not for me, but what are your thoughts about the trailer of Rakkhosh? Comment down below your opinions about the movie, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to Amlan Reacts.